Hello everybody and welcome to an overview, not an unboxing, although I may put in the title so that YouTube picks it up. But this is a Reptile S1100 Harrier. I've had the S800 Raptor, was it? To be brutally honest, not massively impressed. But this is a twin or a single motor flying wing from Banggood, link in the description of course. Let's just go through all the parts you get in the box. So you get stickers which always seem bad in these Reptile products. I mean, got wrinkles in it and they're all just a bit meh and don't really go with it. So let's stick that back in the box and forget they exist. Here is a pamphlet of all the information on the sort of electronics that come with it. Mine's just the kit version, it's not plug and play, it's not FPV ready, it's not ready to fly. It does actually come with a flight controller, but I'm going to be using a different one. And here's the bit that I'm sort of interested in, the actual sort of assembly instructions. If you could say that, it's all like a Lego thing. Read the entire instruction manual. It says it there, would be hard if I'm brutally honest. So now we're on to the actual interesting bit. Here are the three main parts, the two wings and the main fuselage bay, which as you can see is quite big. For a size comparison, that is a, ignore the rather annoying bit of tape, but that is an 8004S, which as you can see easily fits in the front. Whether I'll do that or not, of course, CFG, I'm crossing arms, so you don't cross the arms. CFG is of course a factor that is important. So got big front bay, rear bay for, I'm going to make sure that doesn't fall off and start a lipo fire. Large rear bay for flight controllers and things. There's actually an Allen key in this side, because this is one of these planes that have the little inserts in the foam that will immediately drop out and you screw covers over them. Two sort of side bays. Everyone has to have at least two side bays with little foam covers to cover them over. We will sort of come back to this and have a bit of a closer look at the underside, and actually we'll do it now. It's a good thing the servos are on the top. Has a much better system. It actually has like a piece of woody glue in there, and then the horn slips through that. You've also got a control rod to glue in. Here's some like a cutout for the rod and for wires to come through. Second rod up there. Same of course on both sides now. If we flip it, if we look at it from the back here, so you can see the two motor mounts there. There's a thing here, there's actually a piece of foam on here to cap that off if you don't want to use it. I suppose if you wanted to, with some careful finagling, you could have two, but I'm going to ring it as twin just to be slightly different. On the bottom, see a big piece of foam cut out here. Speed controller bays. Probably going to put my video transmitter or something back here, just to use up the extra space. Carbon rod through here, roots for all the cables. There's also a piece of foam to glue on there for a chucking mechanism, because otherwise I was slightly concerned about how we're going to chuck this, but luckily I found it in the box. So let's put that back over there. Some of the small bits now, so we've got a whole collection of different rods. Whether they're carbon or not, I can't be bothered to check. Also got a big bag of bits. See some of the horns and things look decent quality. Some extension leads, battery strap, battery cables, some carbon fibre covers, some velcro, some of the ply trays to go in here. I thought I'd just give you a quick look at what's inside that packet. So you've got the front and the rear bits of wood with information on them. Two very strained wires with individual sockets on each cable. Screws for the covers. Some sticky foam. Carbon fibre motor mounts and hatch covers. Dean's cable and a couple of power cables. The circuit board that I'm not going to use is the U-backs and stuff in. Control rods and control horns. Screws for the motors, a random collection of bits of wood that I've got to sort out at a later point, and these are actually so you can make the wings detachable. You can glue these into, from what I can work out, you can glue them into here, whoop, and have the wings detachable, which I'm probably not going to do. And lastly, just two regular extension leads for, I presume, the servo wires. We've got this, which I believe, yeah, that's that rear cover. This is a piece of foam that you push your camera in, and then it glues in the front of the plane. This is big enough for a session style camera or a Runcam X3. Don't know what that's for. Obviously, they're the wingtips. This piece actually goes on the back there, as far as I can tell. So you cap that off, make it look a little bit more sensible. Those are the bay covers. These are different sort of nose pieces depending on what you're using. It comes with a lot of extra foam you're not really going to use, I'll be honest with you. This, I believe, there's a piece for back there. These go under the wings, which got the wires in, some other little bits. I believe that's for the front pole going through the wings. This is the bit to glue onto the bottom as a extra chucking mechanism. Two canopies, one just an air inlet, one for a Runcam 2. And then here is that sort of section which goes right across the bottom, like so. In terms of electronics, just some of sort of the basic stuff. Easy UHF receiver, of course. Battery, it's going to be 4 cell, but probably not about 8,000, I'll be honest. Motors, mini quad motors essentially. 2206 T-Motors, 2000 kV. I use these on 4S, I've tested them up to 6 and they work fine. It produces about 1.2 kilograms of thrust, I believe. At 25 amps, so they're actually quite power efficient for what they are. 50 amps flat out. Uses on a range of different models. Also, because I've got some stuff on a shelf. There's one. There's two. The DL Heli 25 amp, which the reason why this plane is not an unboxing is because I just took this out to check this. That fits like perfectly. So that's good. Second one in there. Going to be using some of the old, possibly clones, these ones now. MG90S Tower Pros from Banggood. There's the second one. And lastly, after a semi-successful flight with the Mini Dart, I may or may not have ordered an XL, you never know. From Hobby RC in the UK, another one of the F405 Matek boards with different pins to solder on. And instead of using the Banggood GPS that Matthew Ogborn recommends, I got this one, which they recommend on Hobby RC. A lot smaller, and it's a lot easier to bury. Doesn't have a compass built into it because you don't need one. And yeah, so FPV equipment for now. It's just going to be one of my standard cheapo Banggood cameras. Just got a couple more of them in recently. I've also got in a couple of my regular 5.8 transmitters, or if I go for one of my secret source ones, I don't know yet, for a slightly longer range. I don't know as of yet, depends as the mood takes me. Probably will do one point. Special receivers transmitter, actually. But yeah, so here's all the foam bits. It's going to be one of these planes where I won't be surprised if you actually have a fair amount of leftover. Yeah, so that's all the sort of starting section. Whether I'll do any of this tonight, I don't actually know. I want to try and make it so that, starting from last week, obviously I had the My Twin Dream episode. I want to try and make it so that I do a video every week until Christmas, and try and keep that going as long as I can into the new year. I will be doing an update on both of the channels I upload to, on what sort of the plans for next year are. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.